From Washington, this is VOA News. I'm Steve Norman reporting. Topping the news, President Obama is defending the merits of a framework nuclear deal reached with Iran.
Iran will face strict limitations on its program, and Iran has also agreed to the most robust and intrusive inspections.
Mr. Obama said Thursday he's convinced that if the preliminary deal leads to a final comprehensive agreement, it would make the world safer. Foreign Minister Mohammad Javad Zarif was Iran's chief negotiator on the framework deal.
I hope that at the end of this process, we will all show that through dialogue and engagement with dignity, we can, in fact, resolve problems, open new horizons, and move forward.
Under the deal, Iran would cut its uranium enrichment program in exchange for relief from sanctions that have damaged its economy. Iran and the so-called P5+1 countries will now move towards working on the details of the framework and make it into a final deal by a June 30th deadline. Yemeni officials say Shi'ite Houthi rebels and their allies fought their way through the center of Aden on Thursday and seized the presidential palace in that key southern port city. Capture of Aden, the last remaining stronghold of those backing Yemen's president Abdel Rabbo Mansour Hadi, would mark a setback for the Saudi-led coalition, which has been carrying out airstrikes for more than a week across Yemen. Gunmen armed with rocket-propelled grenades attacked several military checkpoints in Egypt's northern Sinai on Thursday, killing at least 15 soldiers and 2 civilians. Dozens of others were wounded. There was no claim of responsibility. This is VOA News. Kenyan officials say 147 people are confirmed dead after an Al-Shabaab militant attack on a university in eastern Kenya. VOA's Gabe Joslow has details.
The Somali militant group Al-Shabaab claimed responsibility for the attack, which began shortly before dawn at Garissa University College. Security officials say gunmen stormed the campus, killing 2 guards before taking over a section of the residence halls and holding some students hostage. Kenyan military forces battled the militants for most of the day. Kenyan authorities said 4 of the assailants were killed and 1 arrested during operations. Gabe Joslow, VOA News, Nairobi.
2 New York City women accused of trying to build a homemade bomb to launch a terrorist attack in the U.S. are being held without bond. During their initial court appearance on Thursday, a federal complaint revealed that the alleged Islamic State sympathizers Noel Valencias and Asia Siddiqui were arrested on charges of conspiracy to use weapons of mass destruction. Prosecutors say undercover investigators determined the women were plotting to attack police, government, or military targets based on their violent jihadist beliefs. German prosecutors said Thursday that the co-pilot suspected of deliberately flying a Germanwings jet into the French Alps searched online for information on suicide and cockpit door security in the days before the crash.
Danach hat sich der Nutzer zum einen mit medizinischen Behandlungsmethoden befasst, zum anderen über Art.
German public prosecutor Christoph Kumke says he was also concerned with medical procedures and informed himself about suicide methods. Prosecutors said they found the information on a computer tablet in the Dusseldorf apartment of 27-year-old Andreas Lubitz. Prosecutors say he deliberately crashed the plane into a mountainside in a remote part of southeastern France, killing himself and 149 others on board. Searchers at the crash site on Thursday said they recovered the second black box, a flight data recorder with crucial technical information from nearly every instrument on the plane. It could provide clues about the flight's final minutes. At least 56 people are dead after a Russian trawler sank in Russia's Far East. Emergency officials say 63 of the 132 crew members on board the ship were rescued after the boat sank in icy waters near the Kamchatka Peninsula. 13 people are still missing. Cause of that accident remains unknown, although officials said the ship may have hit an object in the water. Get more news by going to our website at voanews.com.
That's the latest world news from VOA.